All right, happy Tuesday night, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast. Coming to you from the Arctic Air Studios. It was like 85, 90 degrees around West Texas today. This time of year, we're usually telling people, hey, if your you know, heat unit ain't going to work real good, hey, if your AC ain't working good, you need to call the bear, callthebear.com. Glad you're out there tonight. It's Tuesday. We do Tuesday's best. Tonight, Tuesday's best is about the World Series, Major League Baseball. Your favorite World Series memories all time, not involving Texas or Houston. No Rangers, no Astros. The ones we had growing up because the Astros and the Rangers weren't involved. What are your favorite ones? We have a historic matchup for the 12th time, I believe, all time. The Dodgers and the Yankees getting together. Seemed like when I was growing up, that happened all the time. Apparently, it didn't, but it's the most matchups all time. Now, we also ask on Texas Tech front tonight: can TCU be the rival you desperately need in the Big 12? You tell me. Are cacti and saddles enough to make it work? That's a little bit of what we're going to do. Anything else? Your questions, your comments, anything you want to do? I want to get you in on the United Supermarkets and Market Street text line, chat line, and otherwise, whether you are on YouTube, whether you are on Facebook Live or Twitter X, you can get in thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street. All right, let's make it happen. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt. TheRaiderland.com is where you start your day. We bring you the awesome, cool, amazing Raiderland hot links. We give you the question of the day. We give you some early thoughts on the day. Then you can check out during the day 60 seconds of Raiderland, a little commentary we throw your way, about midday or anything else. So do all that. It's all archived at TheRaiderland.com. Brought to you tonight by Gators Bayou Hot Cajun Food. Check. Cold drinks. Check. Great patio. Still, obviously, working out really good. All the Tech games there. If you're coming into town, man, you need to hit up 98th and Slide and go by Gators Bayou. If you're in town right now tonight and you're looking for some good food, spicy Cajun pasta or otherwise, maybe a shrimp po' boy, whatever it is, you need to go by there. Tell them Raiderland said hello. Also by Lifts West in Red River, New Mexico. We're going to be there. Got gnats flying around again. Gnats. We're going to be at Lifts West here in a couple of weeks, getting ready for the ski season. If you want to come up and hang out with us, let us know. We'll tell you when we're going to be there. It's going to be awesome, So, yeah, we're going to be up there in Red River at Lifts West and all the Western wear we wear, brought to you by Boot City. All right, so let's get it going tonight. Your favorite World Series matchups all time. Really, the conversation tonight. Let's go Tech football. And we can talk as much hardcore Tech football as you want to tonight. X's and O's, current team, whatever. I want to talk about Tech and TCU because here we are looking around at each other going, Texas is gone, OU's gone, A&M's gone, all those teams are gone, and you're in the new Big 12. Can TCU be the rival you want? Is it TCU? Is it Houston? Is it Baylor? Do you need a rival at all? We've got the cacti thing a few years ago. Ain't nothing out there but cactus. The TCU recruiting coordinator said the Tech fans embraced it. I may or may not have sent Sonny Dykes a cacti. So you got that backdrop. You have the battle for the saddle, which is, to me, completely made up. Junk science. I've never heard about it. I don't believe in it. I think it's just totally made up. So can TCU be the rival you need, or do you need a rival? Does it matter? You tell me. We're going to go as long as the conversation is good. And again, you can take us anywhere you want to tonight. Big boundaries out here. The sandbox is large here in Raiderland. James, first one in on Facebook. Thumbs up. Audio good, video good. Craig, the talking box is on. Indeed it is. After that, we'll go by there for the Colorado game. Yeah, go by Gators, by United, and slide. You tell me what you like, and I'll tell you what to order. Jan gets in early tonight. Here we go. Yay, Jan. Early. Great Tech fan. Known her for a long time. Early. Got to leave early. Great grandson at Hutch playing irons tonight. Any Dodgers, but love the old Brooklyn Dodgers. Duke Snyder, absolutely. Pee Wee Reese, Campaneris, Campy, all of them. 1955, win the World Series. 2 years later, move out to LA. All right, let's go, Hutch. Let's get it done. On you, Rangers. On you, Rangers. Plunge right through that line. And that's the key thing out of the fight song is you got to plunge right through that line. J.T. Hutchinson, James Thomas Hutchinson, doctor, created some of the first medical facilities in Lubbock, Texas. Got Hutch named after him. Never met him. Good dude. James Thomas. Rock on. See, they got cool uniforms now, Jan. I've seen the uniforms. They got like Hutch and across the front and everything else. We had green with yellow numbers. It was really crappy if you were kind of colorblind just a little bit because you would play Evans, which had red uniforms with yellow numbers. I dropped back to pass. Everybody was open. I still maintain I'm one of the few people who've ever had a perfect night, 10 for 10. 5 to mine, 5 to them. Jeff, favorite World Series matchup, Red Sox Cardinals, because the Sox always win in this century. Dodgers and Yankees, 77, 78. Some of my earliest favorite ones. 79, We Are Family. Pittsburgh, love that one. Looking back at some of the highlights this week on that, glorious uniform matchup. Put that on the Raiderland hot links today. Check it out. It's really good. So your favorite World Series matchups, not involving the Rangers, not involving the Astros. David, get your 2 Slims cacti at Riders in the Sky merch store. Looks like a green Seguro cactus and necktie. There you go. You making money off that, David? Riders in the Sky. Not bad. BR549 kind of guy. So we asked the question tonight: Can TCU be the rival you need in the Big 12? Does Texas Tech need a rival in the Big 12? In the new Big 12, however long it lasts, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Does it even matter at this point? Are rivalries dead for programs like Texas Tech and that you just got to go out and play? If not TCU, who? It can't be Houston. Could it be Houston? It could be Houston. Don't want it to be Houston. Don't want to elevate them to that. Baylor, and again, I was talking about this earlier today on the commentary, 60 Seconds of Raiderland, which always lasts more than 60 seconds either, ladies. TCU and Tech, for me growing up and as a Tech student, just another game. Baylor, same deal, just another game. So how do you get 2 programs where I'm assuming it's probably the same way for TCU, that Tech was just another game? How do you just mash that together now and say rivalry? 2 longtime Southwest Conference and Big 12 foes squaring off at Amon G. Carter or whatever they call it now. What is it? How do you do that? Does it matter? You tell me. Chris, 91 Braves, Twins, fun to watch. 0-1 Yankees, D-backs, good one to watch as well. Yeah, Braves and Twins and 87 Twins and Cardinals. Those Twins teams are really good. Ken Herbeck, Kirby Puckett, they're really good. Jeff, preferred rivalries. One UH, still possible. Still pissed. Sorry, still pissed about 76. I got Rodney Allison on line 2. What's that, Rodney? Yeah. Arizona bringing back the border conference. 3, Xerox U, which obviously Oklahoma State. Um, Houston, I can't get there because I can't elevate them, even though they got the best attack a lot of times. Still pissed off about 76, but most people don't care, don't know that, you know, they beat you in 76. They got to go to the Cotton Bowl their first year in the Southwest Conference, kept you from going. And then you would have to wait till 1994, and Texas Tech in a three-way tie in 94 goes to the Cotton Bowl representing the Southwest Conference against USC because they'd sucked the longest. The SWC had the who had sucked the longest rule, and who hadn't gone in the longest amount of time got to go. It was Tech after gacking up a early early November game against TCU. God, I had to do a pregame show at 5 in the morning out of Palo Alto, California. I was calling Lady Raider basketball, doing a pregame show at 5 in the morning at a hotel room. Jeez. Anyhow, Tech got to go to the Cotton Bowl. Sucked. Really sucked. David, TCU or the Purple Aggie, Oklahoma State are the Highway Department, Hunter Orange Aggie. You see, that's Aggy, Aggie, not like Aggie or Aggie stuff. So that's a slam. You put that out as a slam. Jan, TCU made it a rival with the trash talk about cacti. I love it. Some slappy recruiting guy. I really don't care about him. And after a while, the whole thing on the cacti, it's kind of. I mean, I love the fact that Tech owned it. Don't get me wrong, but don't elevate a guy. Give him that kind of credence. My early memory of the World Series is '89 Giants A's Earthquake Series. Quick story on that. So I'm living in Coleman Hall at Texas Tech. Get done at the radio station or doing whatever I was doing. Get back to the dorm room. Hey, shout out Chris Carpenter, my dormie, my roommate, Coronado Mustang, who he was such a good lawyer. He had his picture on the back of the phone book in the '90s. Anyhow, get back, turn on the TV, and there's like nothing going on. There's like nothing. I'm like, where the hell's the World Series? And it ain't going on because it had just happened. I mean, literally, I walked in when it had just happened, and we ended up going downstairs to beautiful Chitwood home with the beautiful ladies at Chitwood, and they had a Mazzio's pizza that had opened, and we sat there for about 2 hours at Mazzio's, and finally realized, they ain't playing baseball. There was a huge earthquake and everything else. Short story. Oh, nope. Sorry, we already did that one. I hit the wrong button sometimes. You guys should understand that. I don't believe TCU is a rivalry. More rivalry would be Oklahoma State. Why Oklahoma State over TCU? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying why. You tell me. That's why I'm asking. Can TCU be the rival? Is it possible that a small, formerly Christian university in Fort Worth could be your rival? I'm asking you guys tonight. I'm not saying I agree with it. I ain't saying I disagree with it. I'm saying, one, can they be? Two, should they be? Three, could they be? Yeah, that makes sense. I like ginning up sports hate for teams. Sports hate is great. Beautiful. Keyshawn Johnson still scoring at the Cotton Bowl, 1994 against Texas Tech. Ladies and gentlemen, here in the press box, we have an announcement to make. Due to the nature of the current game, we are changing all of the monitors in the press box to a more competitive game. You will see in the corners the current game, but otherwise you will see other games on the monitors. Thank you for coming to the Cotton Bowl. Actual announcement, they changed the monitors from Tech USC at halftime to other games. and nobody bitched. Good Lord. And I was sitting next to some guy who ended up doing a radio show called Mike and Mike. You know, what in Greeny. Stevens says off of Twitter X, 91 Twins. I appreciate Kirby Puckett more after I became over the appropriate weight for my height. He was just a little chubby. That's all right. He's still a great athlete. Ironically, the recruiting guy went to Arizona State. Yes, he did, and he lost again. Talking about the guy who was at TCU, who did the cacti thing, that started the whole deal with the cacti, and then he went out there and you beat him again. Keyshawn still show. Yeah, I mean, we can do this. We can do the Keyshawn joke for the next 10 years. Cam Dickey out for the season when that happened. No, he's, I believe they're redshirting. Thought? I thought redshirt. Don't give me the lion. I thought that had already been decided. David Collier. I went to Oklahoma. What? Huh? For pizza? Hey, help me out on Cam Dickey. I thought that was a redshirt deal that they decided they were going to hold him out, that he got dinged up and he wasn't going to play anymore. Oklahoma State should be the rival because we are peer with them as they are land grant university left in both states for the SEC. Tech not a land grant university. I'm not is Oklahoma State or land grant? Are they? They're a state university. There's a total difference between state and land grant. Hmm. But your point is that you've got Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Tech, A&M, hold on, Tech, Texas, A&M. So if you want to play the role of little brother battling off, then you can do that. Get you on that front. I unfortunately don't think Oklahoma State doesn't want Tech as a rival. I unfortunately don't think Oklahoma State does. Well, fine, then not a rival. Raider Red did not get kicked out of the Cotton Bowl that year. He was assaulted by USC band members, taken back behind the scenes down the tunnel to the south end. They treated his wounds and otherwise, and then he made a triumphant return there in the third quarter, unlike the Texas Tech offense or defense. But no, he did not get kicked out of the Cotton Bowl. He was assaulted by the USC band. Reason for Oklahoma State to be rivalry: both use guns up. No, Tech does guns up. USC does, or Oklahoma State does pistols firing. Yeah, weak ass shit. No red shirt for Dickey or Williams. Okay, Collier. I thought I don't know where I got that Dickey was a red shirt deal. All right. Oklahoma State a land grant. Yeah, Tech not a land grant then. Lawrence, you could be right. I was listening to Joey's press conference and mentioned he was out for the year. No, I knew he was done for the year. I just thought it was a red shirt deal that they were going to invoke. Jacoby Williams will back up. If you want to win the Big 12, I don't know, man. Well, I mean, I want to win the Big 12. I don't care about them winning the Big 12. I'd like to. They can win it. They can not win it. It doesn't affect me. James, 2016 series Cubs winning is my favorite. I was at the Tech OU blackout game wearing Cub blue. In 16 on the blackout game. Okay. Yeah, the Cubs winning that. So I was a huge Cubs fan in 83, 84 because growing up in Lubbock, you didn't get a lot of games on TV, but you had WGN, you had a WOR. On WOR, you got the Mets. On WTBS, you got the Braves. And on WGN, you got the Cubs. You got the Cubs in the afternoon, which was great, particularly in the summer. You know, you catch a game early and go do stuff. Was a huge Cubs fan during that time. I mean, I can still do the lineup and all that stuff all these years later. And when they won in 16, I aged out of being a Cubs fan in the early 90s. When they won, I was just like, yeah, cool. Yeah. Okay, I thought that was it. I don't know why I was talking myself into the red shirt deal. Huh, happens. UT and OU are both land grants, and they both left Tech and OSU behind for the SEC. Are both UT and OU land grant universities? I Are they really? Maybe so. Valdez is out for it. Yeah, maybe I got a Cam mix up going on that. I don't know. Either way, you ain't got no running backs after Taj Brooks right now. Enjoyed the World Series games when Kansas City was in them. Brett and company. Was it '85 when St. Louis beat Kansas City? Was that '85? I think maybe so. Let's play the game of running backs for Texas Tech, other than Taj Brooks, that will matter. Who the hell am I thinking was given a red shirt? This is really bothering me now. No. David Carey, by the way, KMAC 28 sports director. You can watch him tonight at. Hold on. I'm going to plug you, promote you. Are you going to be on TV tonight at 10:20, 10:18, 30 seconds, depending on how much weather takes? And right now, weather is absolutely giving back time. Let me guess. Already the producers come back to you and said, hey, yeah, weather's giving back 45 seconds. Weather's giving back time. You're good. Can you fill? So he's going to be on TV locally. It's even worse. So, like in the summer, if you are anchoring local TV sports in the summer around here, they'll structure the show, and then the producer will inevitably come back on a Sunday and say, "Yeah, weather just gave back minute 45." Oh, okay, all right, unbelievable, unbelievable. It's amazing they ever get TV turned out for you guys. Britain Company. Yep, we get that. And if they give back time, I just use that time to make fun of Ron. Good call. Legally, I can't comment on that, but yeah, good call. Got a few more minutes left with you tonight. Can TC be a rival of Texas Tech? Would you like that? Are you good with that? Do you want that World Series, favorite World Series, not involving the Texas Rangers? Um, in the late '70s, I thought LA and New York played all the time. They obviously did not, but I thought they did. Even before that, as a really, really young fan, you had the A's and the Dodgers. You had, the Reds, the Big Red Machine. And really, I should probably say the Big Red Machine was doing that. But it was, to me, it really, late '70s, '77, '78, it was the Dodgers and the Yankees. And I thought, okay, this is the way it goes. And the Rangers, you only saw a Texas Ranger player on TV once a year at the All Star game, and he wasn't starting. He was, and the American League reserves, Jim Sundberg. That was it. That's all you got to see your Rangers. Great moments in World Series history. Kirk Gibson, walk-off home run. Heard it listening on my friend's radio in his car in the parking lot at Swenson's. Swenson's ice cream, 1988. Wherever Michael Reeves is tonight, here's to you, Zippy. What are you talking about? They made a saddle for the rivalry that's covered in cactus and cacti. I'd never heard of the saddle. Like, the saddle's completely made up. Never heard of it. I consider myself a moderate historian of Texas Tech football. I can find no reference to the saddle going back. I think it's complete BS. Battle for the saddle. And they walk by it every day in Kirby Hocutt's office. And they go by the saddle, and the players look at the saddle and they say, by God, they'll never take it away from us. dead or alive. They'll pry that saddle of our cold, dead hands. Meanwhile, the players are like, there's a saddle? Do we have to get in it? Battle for the saddle. It's as dumb as the Chancellor Spurs for Tech in Texas that they created, that John Monfort just created out of thin air. Chancellor Spurs. We didn't have a chancellor until 1998. Nobody cares. Will the Big 12 last long enough to develop new rivalries? No. Don't see any natural rivalries right off the bat. I agree. So you killed my whole topic, but at least you didn't do it until there were about 6 minutes left in the natural window for the show. That really, the story is no, you're not going to have any great rivalries in the Big 12 because the Big 12 is going to go away in 5 years. You're going to have the new college football landscape, and then maybe my children, or I got a child, so my child, maybe my grandchildren, or whatever, will see some rivalries, but we ain't going to see it. This damn gnat. Ooh, I almost got him. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh, I got him. Well, see that? Can you see that? See that little? Oh, look at that little black point on a finger. That's a dead gnat right there. Tired of that crap. I remember Swenson's on 50th between Salem and Utica. That's where we were in the back parking lot. 100%. There needs to be a mandate on rivalries. I'm all in favor of mandates. Mandates, not men going on dates, but mandates. Politicians and otherwise. Yeah, there ought to be a mandate. Create a mandate. Glad to see you getting in tonight, Commissioner. Elect. Elect? No, not even right now. Candidate. Be careful. When that down, so many remain. You have no idea. No idea. Unless you live around Lubbock and West Texas right now. And this time of year, every year I say it, this is the worst it's ever been. And my wife is like, it was this bad last year. I'm like, well, it's worse this year. I declare October 22nd a mandate. I'm with you. Wait, that's like declaring a onside kick now. I declare an onside kick in the NFL. Okay, that ain't funny. I just killed a gnat, and one of his buddies got in my freaking ear. All in favor? I'm going to need a second. You can't, you can't second your own motion. You know that. Good grief. Robert's Rules of Order. Is this hard? Unless you're the chair, and if you're the chair right now, I assume if you're going to call on that, if we're going to make a call to the body, we got to say, all right, all in favor. Then we got to have somebody say in favor, and then we have to second. You can't do it yourself. I mean, are you just that new, that green? Take a class. Parliamentary procedure. We have a second. We have a second. It's really not that hard. Robert's Rules of Order. I got really good at that. You know. And if you want to be a total dork, learn how to do that. If you want to piss off people, learn Robert's Rules of Order if you want to do that. You know? Point of parliamentary procedure, we ask to Michael. Does the chair recognize? Chair recognizes. Then open for discussion. Well, we can't do that again without the chair recognizing and suspending the rules of order. There's another gnat. We go. Point of order, point of parliamentary procedure. Chair will recognize the man from Michael. Hey, Zippy says, hey. Damn right he does. He knows the story. The man, Jeff, knows the story about Zippy. Kirk Gibson home run, Swenson's parking lot. I've almost killed off, about 2 more minutes of time before we get out of here. David, I was on Parliamentary Procedure Team FFA in high school as the VP. Congratulations. I'm sure you did well. And you understand what we're talking about. We're cousins. Me and you? Oh, no. You and Zippy. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I said good times. Yeah, good times. Chair recognizes David Sanderson. One district and area, by God. Oh, it's great stuff if you know it. It's fun stuff to do. Annoys the hell out of people if you know it. I got 2 minutes left. You worthless ruffians. Non-parliamentary procedure. Understanding speaking people. Goodness gracious. Area 4 years in a row. And then number one state losers. Just absolute losers coming out of there. YouTubers, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Manipulate the algorithm. Not manipulate, just massage. And say thank you to our sponsors, people that make it happen, all the great sponsors we have in the Arctic Air studio. From Gators Bayou to Lifts West and Red River, United Supermarkets and Market Street, the supermarket that takes your money after you buy groceries and then plows it back into the community with Texas Tech. And then there's the other supermarket that sends it down to another school in Austin. There's that. Parliament Funkadelic. We did Parliament better in America than they did in England. Absolutely, 100%. Our ag teacher taught us Robert's rules and that hiding stuff is an art form. We're going to have to put the second part of that question tabled. Motion to table agenda B on that. Do I have a second? Motion to table agenda B on that conversation on hiding stuff. Monday Night Football having two games is not my cup of tea. I agree, CJ, that one's enough for me. And it's hard to go back and forth. And that the second one was on ESPN Plus. I got YouTube TV. We cut the cord, and you try to go back and forth on that. It's damn near impossible. We have a second tabled. Motion is tabled on agenda B on hiding stuff. Snuff, not stuff. Either way, motion is tabled. Tabled, not postponed. We're going to table it. We're going to take it up. Postponed would imply that we could take that up at an additional time in this meeting. Table, we will table that, and that will be an additional meeting. Recording secretary, do we concur? We concur. All right, recording secretary concurs. The table, remove that from this meeting. We will not postpone it. We will table it from this meeting. Chair does not recognize Michael Dalby. Is there any other business, new or otherwise, to bring forth to this committee today? New or otherwise business to bring forth. Let them bring forth the business at this point. Chair recognizes any new business before we gavel out. We have a motion to adjourn. Gentleman Jeff, we recognize that, and we ask for a second on motion to adjourn. We have a movement to adjourn. I need a second on a movement to adjourn. We have a second on movement to adjourn. Chair recognizes that second. We are adjourned at this time. We'll take up anything tabled at the next meeting. Secretary will record that. And upon my gavel, and not until my gavel, will we be adjourned. But we do have a second. But we will say at this time, we will, on movement to table, examine and re-examine what was brought up by Michael Dalby and others in this committee. Beyond that, anything that was not brought before this committee today will not be recognized at the next committee. That will be new business. Does the recording secretary agree? Do we have that in agreement? We do. Adjourned. Geez. Too late, Dolly. Too late. Point of information. What do we have there? House request movement as well. Good luck on that. I think we can all, if we can get a second, we can get that solid movement for you right there. Freaking Robert Rules of Order. I hadn't done that in a long time. I think it was a little rough. Actually, I think, yeah, we're like way over time here. I think I was okay as a chair. Power chair recognizes absolute. I think it was okay on the chair at the end, ending it the way I did on taking up new business that was introduced late without a second, that would be tabled. I think that's tabled. I think I did that right. If not, the parliamentarian would have come in and kicked my ass as chair, and the parliamentarian has 100%, just whatever they want to do. Go Hutch. Let's get it done, Rangers. Go get some points tonight. We're out of here. Enjoyed it. I want you to do a couple of things for me. If you can, share this on YouTube. All right. If you can share it on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ryan Eyes Raiderland. On Facebook Live, if you're just a Twitter person, go to Facebook and follow. You don't have to watch there. And on Twitter Live, just share what we do. All right. Be awesome. And out of here we are.